Hi, I'm Don Mitchell. Welcome back to Business Basics, a book that enables you as a leader to help your business accomplish at least 8,000 times more than it does already in adding cash flow and value. Today we'll be looking at the very first lesson in the book, a lesson that's part of part one in preparing yourself to be such a leader. And this lesson is entitled Think and Feel Just Like Your Customers and Employees. Of course, if you're in a nonprofit organization, it would be thinking about just like your beneficiaries and employees. So let me begin, as always, by quoting from the Bible, in this case, the book of Romans, chapter 12, verses 15 through 18 in the New King James Version. Rejoice with those who rejoice, and weep with those who weep. Be of the same mind toward one another. Do not set your mind on high things, but associate with the humble. Do not be wise in your own opinion. Repay no one evil for evil. Have regard for good things in the sight of all men. If it is possible, as much as depends on you, live peaceably with all men. What a great advice that is. When I teach aspiring entrepreneurs about how to succeed, I emphasize one lesson above all others. Pick a market to serve where every thought and feeling is almost identical already to what current and prospective customers and employees think and feel or will think and feel. I think of such congruence as being a gift provided by humble empathy. Why do I provide such advice? It's simple. The most successful entrepreneurs I've met and studied thought and felt just like their customers and employees. Such entrepreneurs also displayed vastly greater imagination, desire, and determination to make improvements than did other entrepreneurs I have met and studied. You've probably read more articles and books than you care to remember that tell you to listen to customers and to give them what they want. While it is certainly better to listen to customers than to ignore them, there are two problems with such advice. First, if you think and feel differently than customers do about the benefits and drawbacks of your offerings, you'll often miss the point of what they are telling you. Second, customers have a hard time imagining their future reactions to what does not yet exist. As an intelligent person who has confidence in your abilities, you may be thinking, how hard can it be to learn to think and feel like my customers do? Becoming fluent in Hebrew, for those who aren't, will probably be an easier task. Why? Thoughts and emotions are deeply rooted in our minds to experiences, assumptions, contexts, and culture. While without having the same roots as your customers, you may not fully appreciate what their thoughts and feelings mean, even when you can grasp what those thoughts and feelings are. But if you have such roots in place and think and feel like current prospective customers, then it's a no-brainer to get it right in growing the market to a larger size. So what's a good market for you to expand by 20 times while gaining a high percentage of the growth for your business? It's any market with large potential where you already think and feel exactly like the typical and prospective customers. Let me give you a few examples of how this approach works. Steve Jobs is a legend in consumer electronics for having helped to develop and market the first mass desktop computer, the Apple II. Later, he led the development of the more innovative Macintosh computer. After being ousted from Apple, he led the animation business Pixar, which has created so many movie hits. More recently, Jobs amazed almost everyone by creating the iPad and the iTunes Store, made it practical, legal, and cool to accumulate and to enjoy portable, low-cost music. Since Jobs' death, Apple is in the process of accomplishing the same result for portable communications through the iPhone and the iPad. How could one person be so inventive and so successful? It's easy. He just developed markets by creating businesses that provide offerings that he would have liked to use. Jobs was gifted with a feel for what demanding customers wanted from cutting-edge personal electronics and electronic-based entertainment and tools. When his new offerings came out, these trend-setting buyers were quick to snap up what Jobs provided. Customers enjoyed greater access to benefits, felt smart while doing so, and loved the look and feel of the products that they operated. In this very resonance, however, was the Achilles heel for Jobs. He had less sense of or interest in what the average, as opposed to trend-setting, consumer electronics user wanted. Consequently, competitors may eventually scoop up most of the benefit from his innovations by making a popular version that better fits what most people want. As a result, Jobs missed many of the largest related business opportunities of all time, including selling operating system software, the core of Microsoft's success, despite having the best one for desktop applications, designing cool high-definition televisions, and providing a full line of computer products and access to software that larger companies need. Why did Jobs miss those areas? The answer is based on his perspective. Jobs is reportedly proud to be uninterested in such areas and spent millions of Apple's dollars on advertisements making fun of people who were. Let's consider Mattel, the toy maker, as another example of how empathy affects business leadership and success in market expansions. The company prospered for many years under the leadership of Ruth Handler, who developed the Barbie doll, which was until recent years the world's most popular doll. In its early days, Barbie and her accessories greatly increased overall doll sales. While Ms. Handler was at the company, the Barbie franchise soared. Why? She understood exactly what moms wanted to buy for their daughters because she was a mom and who cared about dolls. In fact, the doll's name was inspired by Ms. Handler's daughter's name, Barbara. After Ms. Handler left the company, Mattel floundered. Barbie's sales were stagnant for many years, following them parting the ways until Jill Barad began developing marketing plans for the iconic doll line. Ms. Barad displayed a wonderful touch and feel for what Barbie's customers were thinking and feeling. Right on that success, Ms. Barad became CEO, but soon Ms. handled acquisitions and operating the other parts of Mattel's toy line. As Ms. Barad's successor, the company chose to bring in a tough-talking, no-nonsense CEO, Robert Eckert, who had done well at Kraft by being a great cost-cutter, who simply copied whatever the best practice was for spending little. At Mattel, Eckert quickly arranged for many toys to be made inexpensively in China. Profits grew, even if new products did poorly during that time. Even worse, a new line of dolls, Bratz, came along from a competitor that expanded the market and threatened to outpace the venerable Barbie. Then a new disaster struck. Mattel was accused of selling tens of millions of toys covered with lead-based paint, which, if consumed, could harm the mental development of small children. In its cost-cutting program, Mattel forgot that parents want safe toys for their children more than they want less costly toys. To an outside observer, it seems though Eckert may not have been primarily thinking and feeling like a toy customer, but rather more like a cost accountant working on commission. Sir Richard Branson is perhaps the best known example of someone who's been successful in dozens of new businesses. Sir Richard is an inquisitive high school dropout who likes a good time, cannot read very well because he suffers from dyslexia, and is easily distracted. That combination makes him think and feel a lot like most customers in any mass market. As a result, he's been able to succeed in almost 100 different industries, all marketed under the Virgin brand, by simply providing better offerings than he, as an ordinary consumer, would have liked to have. By contrast, most people are excited about serving a market for reasons other than they think and feel as customers do. Such motivations can keep anyone who follows those instincts from gaining success. Here then are directions to help you identify places where you will be most successful in expanding the market and gaining market share. First, write down what's most important to you about the offerings in each market that interests you, and then compare your answers to survey results from current and potential customers. Many organizations regularly sponsor such surveys. If they don't, you can easily conduct one by using online survey tools, such as those available for free at surveymonkey.com, and inexpensive click-based advertising to attract respondents, such as Google's AdWords provide. For more details on conducting a survey, read Appendix A of this book. It's important that you write down your own answers to the survey questions before finding out how others think and feel. Otherwise, you may fool yourself into believing their answers are the same as your own, when all that's happened is that their answers merely seem to be understandable to you. As the current CEO of Mattel probably now appreciates that lead paint should be more effectively avoided. Second, imagine innovations that you might use to improve such offerings. Then simulate providing such improvements for current and potential customers. Check out customer reactions and compare their reactions to your own views. If you find significant differences in such customer reactions from your personal views, it's the wrong market for you. Third, if you find that your thinking doesn't match well with any of the markets that originally interested you, sit back and consider where you may have a better sense of what's wanted. Consider conversations you've had with customers for other markets? Where have you begun laments about what needs to be changed that everyone quickly agreed with? Once you have such an industry in mind, repeat the steps in points 1 and 2 for that industry. Fourth, if you find you have a good sense of more than one industry, check to see how easy it is to find people to work with you who think and feel similarly to current and potential customers for each one. It's not enough for you to be a good thinker about your industry. It's much better to be able to feel a team will be able to do so. So investigate how hard it will be to find others who are already well attuned in their thinking and feelings to what this market's customers and prospects want. So you have two assignments here. First is check how congruent your thinking is, as I've just described, with current potential customers and employees in markets you may want to grow by 20 times. Second, select the market or market segment to focus on with which you are most congruent with current potential customers and you find the most congruent thinkers who can become your colleagues. So I hope this advice has been helpful to you. Again, if you get this lesson right, you're going to have wonderful success, even if you don't do nearly as well with the subsequent lessons. So I thank you very much for your attention. I hope this will be a first of many breakthroughs for you. Say, may God bless you, your family, and all you do. In the name of Jesus. Goodbye for now. Take care.